mean, I have collected so many tablecloths and napkins and pillowcases and things made by hand, and I actually loved to wash them and hang them on the line and press them and use them as part of the setting of a table. And I realized that this is not common, and yet I get so much pleasure from it. I feel like I'm calling my ancestors to come and warm their hands by my hearth. I gain a stronger connection to my heritage.
Ja nodot, es vai tā jādod, vai viņi gribēja redzēt?
Rādi redzēt. Viņai viens bija.
Tas ir man mammas drieles no Latvijas, tas ir 70 gadu vecs varbūt.
Gan vairāk.
Tev jau ir 70.
Jā. Tu aizmirsti, ka tev 7. Man liekas, ka tev vairāk ir 7.
Tas ir ļoti plāns, skaists.
Ļoti skaists.
Lins, ne?
Es nezinu, kas tas ir. Tā ir Matilda Avotiņš.
Ļoti glauns.
Tas pusi.
Matilda.
Matilda Avotiņš.
Un galvenais, man viņš nemaz nav lietot.
Lebedīga Matilda tā teica.
Man mamma izstrādāja ādu, un viņa ornamentus zīmēja roku, un tie bija daudz mīļāki nekā, kad varēja nopirkt veikalos štancētu, kas jau bija no kāda materiāla iztaisīts, un to tikai iespieda. Mana mamma to visu pati zīmēja, un tāpēc tur arī pielikta daudz mīlestība. Daudz jūtas, vai ne, ka viņš ir kaut ko mēģinājis iztaisīt savādāku un ar grūtībām. Tas ir tāpat, kad izrakstītie raksti vai cimdi vai kas, vai ne, tie ir taisīti, tie nav fabrikā taisīti, tie ir ar roku adīti vai austi.
There's a kind of like intimacy in the cloth that when people start to touch that, it's very different than touching the clothing of Gap or the sort of the perfect perfect face of things. And so, you know, as you get into what is it that you keep in your home that holds a story, that's literally threads you into your own, maybe your own history, or connection to some forgotten other. The dish towel starts to give access to that archive, to those places of recollection.
And this is Ben's what, Benny? Poo towel. This is something Ben has had since he was an infant in his first days.
What's
See?
this little line here, Benny?
What?
This line here. Do you know what that is?
My mom sewed it because it was in a big hole.
Yeah. So we found some little pieces that were left and put them back together. Show them the poo. This is why we call it poo towel, right?
Yeah.
And we tried to sew poo back in, but there's just nothing left to sew them in there, right?
Yeah.
These holes in the cloth are ones that encourage increased transparency. Where are those, literally those openings to receive the unexpected and to be able to work with it on your feet.
We lived with a parent who was very resourceful, and when times are tough, you can't just, oh, this is an old towel, you can't throw it away, you can't go out and just buy a new one or buy a set of them. You have to live with what you have. And I think part of the reason why I feel so strongly about this and all of my towels is they're always good for something. It's a good tool. It's a tool. It's the best way that I can describe it. It's my tool. It was my first tool purchase.
My mom actually had, until she died, she had only wood burning stoves, and she cooked until 1999. She cooked on the wood burning stove. Could be that it just got too close to the fire. I remember growing up, this towel was only for class. Then we had a regular towel for the other dishes, and then we had a towel for the hands.
My father just brought these. We had several of them. He would bring them home. I do remember him with his uniform, with his white coat and his black cap. I remember that. And I remember a few times when we were on the train, he would be working at the same time on the train we were on.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I have a miniature beach towel. This is enough for young toddlers, 2 and 3 years old. Apparently, those little rascals are fighting for the position of the towel.
You did a good job on it.
Of course, towels like these are necessary for mothers with young toddlers, on the beach, so the sand doesn't get in those little human body recesses, and cause harm, almost like a sandblasting.
I was just going to ask you, when you said a miniature beach towel, I thought you were using for yourself, and I was going to ask you, what part are you using, which part are you using for yourself?
It's a little bit too small for my hind end,
I thought maybe.
We don't have to participate in always having everything so perfect or so new, or that the real content of our life is born in holding on to things, of passing them on.